I've been doing some thinking lately, and I've been thinking about this lady has a YouTube channel that she has Lyme disease, and she's decided that she didn't want to let Lyme disease control her life anymore, that she wanted to go out and accomplish the things on her bucket list. And so she made a bucket list and she's starting to chronicle those things that she's doing that she's always wanted to do on her bucket list. And it got me thinking about my bucket list. I have a ton of things that I want to do once I'm better. Having a chronic illness kind of changes your perspective on things. You start to think of things that you want to do and accomplish with life, and even more so um, having a chronic illness. What some of the things that I would like to do were like to be take fencing lessons and dancing lessons, travel to Ireland. There's just a huge amount of things that I want to do when I get better. But one of the things I was thinking about was, what would I like to do now? What are some things that I can do now? Unfortunately, having chronic fatigue syndrome makes it kind of difficult to do a lot of things. Socializing can be hard. Going out outside my home can be hard. Going to do things outside my home, even just going out to the store can require a lot of energy and effort. And so those kinds of things are really kind of hard. So I've been trying to come up with ideas of bucket list ideas I can accomplish now during my chronic illness. And then when I am better, I'll do those bucket list ideas that I can do. So if any of you have any ideas out there that you can post below in the comment section, and ideas that maybe I could do while I'm chronically ill that I can physically or mentally do. Like I say, some things are difficult. Even coloring in the adult coloring books for a period of time can make me exhausted too. So, but if you have any ideas, I'd love to hear some suggestions, because I'd really like to have some goals and things that maybe I can do during during this period of my chronic illness. Also, I just finished a book called I'll Push You, and I recommend it to everybody to be able to read it because I think it was such an excellent book. It's based about these two guys that are best friends since they were young, and the one has a form of ALS, which has pretty much taken over his whole body, and they decide to take the Camino Road, and his friend decides to push him in the wheelchair through the Camino Road. And the story is just a great story. It's not just about their trip, but it's about relationships and friendships and learning how to receive and give of yourself. And there's so much more to that book. I really recommend that you read it. But it's got me to thinking about my life. And I know that this chronic illness, having chronic fatigue syndrome, can get me down sometimes. And I can be depressed sometimes because of the things that I can't do. And, but I realized I don't want to stay in that state. There's a quote in the book that the man with ALS, asks. He says, God, if I can't, um, if you're not going to heal this disease, then let let what I have mean something. Um, in an essence, take what I have and use it for somebody else or for your glory or however you want to use me. And I'm just paraphrasing that last part, but I was thinking about that, and I thought, how does God want to use me in this situation? How can I be used in my chronic illness? And those are some questions that I'm going to be pondering this next few weeks, and maybe sharing with you, you know, where I feel God's leading during this time of illness. I want it to mean something. I've learned so much through it already. I'm not saying that I still want it. I'd still like to be healed of this, to be able to go out and do things, but um, I just want it to mean something. So I just thought I'd share those few things with you